another sad story that I want to share with you. Let's move to the next case. Yeah, just hold this picture for a second. Let me talk about it. Believe it or not, that this is a woman. And believe it or not, I'm going to tell you the age and you'll be shocked. She is 35 years old, a mother of 3, married 2 years ago. Actually, 2018, make it 3.5 years ago. 3.5 years ago, this woman was a beautiful woman, healthy, big, strong, weights above 90. She's almost 6.5 feet tall, or 185 or so. Now she is in diapers. She has no control of her urination, her defecation. And I want you to look at the skin. The key is in the skin. Look how the skin looks. Please, the next image. Yeah. This is now the spots that you see in the skin. You can now see the leg. The leg is, you know, they see the epidermal, which is the superficial layer of the skin, is burned, is black, is necrolysis, is all bad. How did the disease start? This is actually, in my last 7 years of practice, this is number 4 case, the same thing. 3 of them, they already fine. This one, she came after 3 years. She started in 2018, and I've seen her very recent. What is going on here? Let me see the eye. Let me see the next image. Look at her eye. That's it. Now, you can remove these images because maybe they're horrifying for some people. Maybe they not look good for some people. You can remove the images and let me speak now. So, what happened to this lady? This disease is called Steven-Johnson syndrome /TEN. What is that? The epidermis, TEN stands for toxic, meaning there is bacteria that produce toxins that causes the skin to be necrolysis and sloughing off. Toxic epidermal necrolysis, Steven-Johnson syndrome. Let me tell you. I had a patient in 2015, 2016. Her daughter came to me and she said, I see the skin is sloughing off my mom. Skin is sloughing off all over her body. Oh, when this happened? Yesterday. Oh, wonderful, great. Few medication, finish, and the lady is done. And that's, see what I said? The skin is sloughing off. Peeling off. The skin is peeling off on her body. What can I do, doc? Nothing. Just give her this medication, a small tablet, a couple of thousand, it's finished. And she's fine. See how the disease starts? Skin is sloughing off. Okay, skin is sloughing off. Okay, I'm getting the termination notice for 5 more minutes. Okay, so skin is sloughing off. Listen to me very carefully. Skin is sloughing off, that is the early sign. So when your skin is slough off all over your body, that's a very bad sign. You should already contact the doctor because that's the beginning of catastrophe. Like this lady. In the first 4 days of diagnosis, we give you the medication, you recover, nothing happened, you go home. This cases, I looked for the ultrasound that I made, but I couldn't see it. It was a little bit in a rush for this session. So, the disease starts with the sloughing off of the skin. And then that sloughing off progress to burns, like you seen in the foot, and now necrosis on that foot that now requires surgical intervention to remove and to debris and to get rid of all those bad tissues and clean her up and put her in intensive antibiotics, IV, and to... Now we looked at the eye. What is the eye? That's a melting cornea. The same way her skin was sloughing off and her leg was necrolizing like this is the same thing that is happening to the eye. The eye is sloughing off. The membrane of the cornea is sloughing off and causes necrosis under and close. That's a very bad infection. Anyway, when she came in, she couldn't see. We put her in intensive eye drops, antibiotic and systemic antibiotics. She was improved. But after what? You know, one of the most serious complications of this disease is pleural effusion and pericardial effusion. Of course, we send her for CT scan because I want to see what is there. So they came up with the same thing. They didn't see a solid mass because there is no solid mass. The disease is cancer of the hematology, of the hematological cancer, meaning cancer of the blood. That Stevens-Johnson syndrome somehow causes malignancy, and this malignancy causes the pleural effusion. Pleural effusion meaning fluid around the lung, and this fluid most likely is pus. Pericardial effusion meaning fluid around the heart, and this fluid most likely is pus. So we know that. Sadly, the lady died. So what I'm saying, prompt recognition is very crucial for early diagnosis and early management, and you go home safe. Thank you very much for listening. God bless you out there.